People talk about manifesting as if it's something mystical, as if you sit still, think hard enough, and life suddenly rearranges itself for you. And when it doesn't happen, you start wondering what's wrong with you. That misunderstanding is where most people go wrong. Manifesting is not about forcing reality. It's not about pretending everything is perfect. And it's definitely not about waiting while doing nothing. Real manifesting starts much quieter than that. It begins with awareness, with noticing what you keep thinking about even when no one is watching. Because your thoughts don't shape your life directly, they shape your behavior. And behavior shapes outcomes. What you focus on consistently becomes familiar, and what feels familiar slowly becomes normal. If you constantly picture yourself failing, staying stuck, or being behind, your mind starts acting as if that future is already decided. You hesitate more. You take fewer chances. You lower your own expectations without realizing it, not because you are weak, but because your mind is trying to stay consistent with the story you keep repeating. Manifesting is not about visualizing success once. It's about changing the internal story you live with every day. That story influences how you walk into rooms, how you speak, how you respond to setbacks, how long you keep going when things get uncomfortable. When people say, "Believe it and it will happen," what they really mean is this: act as if it's possible long enough for your behavior to change. You don't manifest confidence by saying affirmations. You manifest it by repeatedly choosing actions that slowly prove something to yourself. You don't manifest clarity by waiting for answers. You manifest it by moving, adjusting, and learning from feedback. This is where patience matters. Most people quit manifesting right before it starts working. Not because nothing changed, but because the changes were internal first, and internal change is invisible. You may start thinking differently before anything looks different. You may feel more calm before life feels more stable. You may act with more intention before results show up. That gap is where doubt appears. The mind says, nothing is happening, but something is happening. You are becoming someone who responds differently to the same situations. Manifesting works best when it stops being dramatic, when it becomes practical, grounded. Instead of asking, how do I get everything I want? Ask, who do I need to become to handle the life I want? Because outcomes don't respond to wishes. They respond to patterns. Patterns of thought, patterns of action, patterns of self-trust. You don't need to control the universe. You need to control your attention. What you consistently pay attention to shapes how you feel. How you feel shapes how you act. And how you act shapes where you end up. That's manifesting. Not magic, not force, but alignment. And alignment doesn't happen overnight. It happens quietly, through repetition, honesty, and patience. If this perspective resonates, don't rush it. Let it sit. Notice what you focus on tomorrow. Notice how you speak to yourself when things don't go as planned. That awareness alone is already the beginning.